What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Oh That's Just Tay, and we're coming back with what? Another banger for this NFL season. So, I'm going to do a quick recap on my predictions from last week, see how well I did, right? And then we're going to get into this week's picks, starting with tonight's game, which is Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals, okay? So last week I gave um, Buffalo, and I'm gonna look. I have it pulled up over here on my computer. All right. So I gave Buffalo versus the Jets. I gave Green Bay versus Minnesota. Washington, you already know the home squad versus Philly. Baltimore versus Cleveland. Uh, Indy versus the Jets. Excuse me, Indy versus the Jags. The Raiders versus Carolina, Chicago versus Detroit, Seattle versus the Falcons. I gave you Seattle. I gave you Miami over New England. I gave you the Chargers over Cincinnati. I gave you the 49ers over Arizona. I gave you the Saints over the Bucks. I gave you the Rams. The Rams came through for me, y'all. The Rams came through for me. I gave you the Rams over Dallas, Pittsburgh over the Giants, and I gave you Tennessee over Denver. So out of those picks, guys, for myself, I must say I did pretty well first week, man. Even with my football uh, pool that I do, got down to points and just didn't have the score right. But I definitely was in the numbers. So we have a total of 15 games. I got 12 right. I had a miscue with Jacksonville. Jacksonville surprised me. Um, New England actually surprised me because I wasn't expecting them to be um, on the same caliber. I didn't get to watch. Let me just say this: I didn't get to watch any games. I watched maybe 10 minutes of the Dallas Rams game. Had prior obligations, so didn't get to watch any games. So this week's picks is actually going to be a little bit tougher because I didn't actually get to see anybody play, but we reviewed the stats and we're going to give our picks based off of that. The Arizona 49ers game definitely took me by storm because I was definitely not expecting Kyler Murray and the Cardinals to make anything happen against the 49ers because the 49ers have a decent defense and their offense is just a little so-so. But it'll be enough to make it count to win games, and you know things happen. So those three games, they got me 12 out of 5. But we're gonna see what we do this week. I got this week's listing right here. Again, y'all gonna see that I like to write things down or even have things down. But again, tonight's game, Thursday night. Today is 9/17. Tonight's game is the Bengals versus the Browns. The battle of who's gonna make something happen. Okay, because both of these teams have not been doing so well in the last 2 or 3 years. Um, we got Joe Mixon on the Bengals. We got AJ Green still. So hopefully those guys can make something happen for the Bengals. You got Joe Burrow. Hopefully, they can make the offense move and make something happen for those guys. So for that game, and I definitely noticed that OBJ didn't do a lot last week. Sorry, guys, got interrupted. OBJ didn't do a lot last week versus the Baltimore Ravens, but Actually, the Browns didn't do a lot versus the Baltimore Ravens, period. But I think I'm gonna have to go Bengals for this game, guys. Hopefully, I don't shoot myself in the foot for it, but definitely gonna go Bengals over the Browns. Um, Sunday's games, y'all. Let's get into Sunday's games. Sundays we have the Giants versus Chicago, the Rams at Philly, Atlanta at Dallas, Carolina at the Bucks, 49ers at the Jets, Denver at Pittsburgh, Jacksonville at Tennessee, Detroit at Green Bay, Bills at Miami, Minnesota at the Colts, Washington at Arizona, Baltimore at Houston, Kansas City at the Chargers. Sunday night's game, New England at Seattle. That's going to be a very good game, I think. And Monday night, we're going to round it out with the Saints at the Raiders, guys. Saints at the Raiders. So, I'm going to go Chicago, Rams. Hates my soul to do this, but I'm going to go Dallas. Just off of the strength that they have a good defense. They have some new moving pieces on the offense. Zeke definitely is going to eat. So you got to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to go Dallas. Carolina at the Bucks. I think Brady going to pull this one out. So we'll go Bucks. 49ers at the Jets. 49ers will not lose twice. So 49ers. Denver at Pittsburgh. Both teams struggled last week. Definitely struggled to get moving. Pittsburgh got it going in the third or second quarter, from what I remember from the stats. So I'm going to say Pittsburgh. Took a little bit for Big Ben to get himself going after being away for so long after injury, but I think he gets it done this week. Jacksonville at Tennessee. I'm going to say, again, two teams that didn't really have two high-score games. Jacksonville definitely pulled one out over the Colts last week. I'm going to have to go... I'm going to go Tennessee, guys. I'm going to go Tennessee. Hopefully I don't. This is going to be the game I hope I don't regret. But I'm going to go Tennessee, guys. Detroit at Green Bay. I'm going to go Green Bay all day. You already know that when you have this battle, 9 times out of 10, Rodgers is going to show off. So I'm going to give it to Rodgers. Green Bay takes this one home. Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo is going to take that one, guys. Buffalo is going to take that one. I don't think Miami is quite ready. They're still building. They're still making those parts move and make those parts fit. They haven't quite got it together yet. So, Bills. Minnesota at the Colts. We had Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is not... I am not a fan of Kirk Cousins. However, this is not about my feelings. It's about the stats and what can get done in Minnesota. They definitely have a good group of guys. I think Minnesota gets it done. Minnesota over Colts. Washington. My team, Washington Redskins, guys, because we said we're not saying Washington football team. And then I read today, guys, that Dan Snyder said, oh, we might keep this Washington football name and go with the retro feel and the retro look that we've created if the fans embrace it. Well, Dan, I've already tweeted you guys, but I'm going to tell you right here and right now, and I'm going to take this one for the rest of the team and the rest of the fans. We don't approve of the Washington football team. It's definitely embarrassing, and it's definitely not the name that's going to be becoming of the next 100 years for the Redskins. Set the tone now and let us not just be a no-name team. Give us the Red Wolves. That's what we want. Red Wolves, Washington Red Wolves. Keep the same colors. Keep the same color scheme. 9 times out of 10, I bet you we'll turn the culture around just the same, even though we are not the Washington football team or Washington Redskins. Red Wolves will serve its purpose. So, in the note of that, I'm going to go with my team, Washington over Arizona. We definitely pulled out some stops with our defense. We can still do a little work on our offense. The new young kid, he's hungry. He's trying to get it done. We can get the right pieces for him at wide receiver. I think it'll be phenomenal. We'll do great things. We may even have 10-6 season, man. I don't want to jinx us yet and really say that, but I'm gonna go down on a limb and say if we can get the right moving parts in our wide receiving core, we definitely have a good squad this year. So Washington over the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry again, guys. Baltimore over Houston, Lamar Jackson over Deshaun Watson. I just see it going that way. Kansas City is definitely going to take it over the Chargers. I'm going to go Seattle over New England. Seattle, Russell Wilson again. He's a force to be reckoned with. He'll get this one done. Cam Newton, I'm sorry. Saints over the Raiders. It's a done deal. I don't even need to tell y'all that. Saints over the Raiders. Drew Brees gets it done. Sorry, Chucky. Alright, guys. So, that's my picks for this week, week 2. Hopefully, you guys will leave me some love in the comments. Hopefully, again, we can have a conversation about this, guys. I'm going to do this each and every week. And make sure that you please hit that like button. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I drop a video each and every week. Till next time, make sure that y'all be safe, be blessed, and remember, keep God first. Alright? Peace.